Hey everybody, thanks for coming. We're just looking at Cameo, deciding which cameos I want to get to promote my my comedy show. And apparently, if I want Nigel Farage to do it, he's going to charge $1,500. Welcome to ComeDy&D. Hello, thank you. Roll the intro. Okay, so apparently Carol Baskin of Tiger King fame is only $500. Hi, I'm Hayden Greifneal. I'm the DM. I'm gonna close Cameo, and we're gonna play D&D. Welcome to the Comedy D&D subtitle Expedition to the North. We're doing some shit. Casey, who are you?
I'm Casey. I'm playing Mary Shelley, the Turtle Blade Singer. 17 years old, 430 pounds, 5 foot 5 inches. Although I believe that Wizards of the Coast no longer supplies average weights, ranges, or ages for any race. So maybe those are outdated numbers at this point.
Kevin, who are you?
Oh, I'm Kevin. No, just kidding. I'm playing Ubad, son of Rabab, Loxodon, warlock of the Noble Genie Pact. He's a elephant folk. His family was overthrown in a coup led by rhinoceri, and he's out for revenge.
Nice. Simon, who are you?
Hello, my name is Niall Farage. I'm available for birthday parties for $1,500 or pounds or what have you. I will be happy to talk poorly about your child. Today I'll be played by Simon Timoney, who will be playing Sir Wiggles, a crown paladin who's a pug Aladdin. And I would just like to flop my floppy kitty ears and say, hello, kitty. Welcome to the postseason. Let's do this. Today I'm sponsored by Road Phone. Road Phone. Talk about bad drivers within a quarter-mile radius on the app. Road Phone. Get yours today. Bye.
Cool. Anybody want to give a brief description of what went down last week?
Simon?
Yeah. Last week, Monday, I woke up. I went to the living room.
Anybody other than Simon?
Opened the blinds. The plants look happy.
Yeah, we were in the lost city of and we the week prior, we were assaulted by two goons from the Order who wanted to stop us from going into the royal quarters, where they said there was some mind-controlling super device or person or thing. And we fought them and killed them, and we explored the area. We found a lab with a dead halfling who had some books and a magical compass that only works when it's dark out, which is great because it's sunny for months up here. And then we found our first member of the party that we were looking for. We found Sheplin, the gnome best friend of our Varian, and we found him, but he was under the mind control of the thing that the knifey and grabby warned us about. So we grabbed him, we put him in the glove of holding, and we're like, hey, we have to go do it, go kill this mind control thing. So we said goodbye to our inanimate whale that was stuffing the hallway, and we went and killed this. We went in, we broke it. It was some sort of giant mind flayer-esque thing, like a really buff giant-sized mind flayer, and it had a horde of creatures, mostly ice goblins and some weird little fox people that we have yet to meet, under his sway, and we had to attack them and eventually kill the mind flayer. I feel like I may be missing a point, but that caught us up.
Was pretty much it. We got some other We got a flail. And a splinter.
Yes.
Aiden, how much is the Mind Flayer on Cameo?
I have Cameo closed now.
Or Matt Mercer? Either
Matt
one.
Mercer is probably expensive.
He's not on.
Probably not on there.
He's probably like 1,500 gold.
But they do sell that like life-size Mind Flayer head for your wall. I think it's like $1,000 or something, right?
Cool. Also, you missed that we leveled up. Everybody leveled up.
Oh, yes.
At the end, after the boss battle.
But no long rest.
No long rest.
No long rest.
Doesn't matter.
Cool. So, situation. Giant psychic monster dead. Bunch of collapsed goblins and fox people around you. Status unknown. Sir Wiggles, currently unconscious on the floor. Lee and Ubed, both alive. What's going on?
Alive and conscious.
How's Ryan looking?
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, Ryan's there. Ryan is on top of the dead large creature, stabbing it in the head and be like, "That's what you get."
Ryan seems fine. Lee, how are you? Do we need to stay here for a while, or should we
Fine, thank you. I'm
grab
fine.
Wiggles and move on?
I just don't know if these guys will wake up and what condition they'll be in. Let's look around a little bit while they're all still unconscious, though. Because
Sounds-
I don't have any way of waking Sir Wiggles up, do you?
If you tickle my foot, that usually works.
I just wish he were
Well-
here to tell us how to do it.
Sniffle slithers up with the health potion that you gave him, and says, "Shall I administer the potion?"
I think we should save that for a more dire situation, as we have very few of those, and he seems to be stable. I think he could sleep it off.
Understood.
It's best to let sleeping dogs lie and heal up to their maximum amount of hit points.
And is he
So
stable?
what-
I forget.
Yeah,
I believe he is.
I got medicine
He is
checked
stable.
and I'm good. Yeah.
Nice.
Thanks, Kevin.
I feel like maybe after I go to sleep and do a little studying, I might be able to wake him up with a new spell I'm working on, but I'm not quite there yet.
I think he'll wake up on his own if we sleep. I was just wondering, maybe we'll look around here for a few minutes, and then you can whip up that bubble
Oh, yes.
that we slept in before.
Good idea. Yes, can I investigate the bodies and see if there's any loot, like, around?
Most of the goblins have like this crappy driftwood weapons. You don't find anything of much value around here.
Okay, I guess we'll just take some suckers off of the big giant guy for posterity. Is that the right thing to be taking?
It's the fun thing to be taking.
Even better.
He's dead. He attacked us first.
Exactly.
If they ask, anyways, he attacked us first. Or they attacked us first. Best not to be making assumptions.
Yes, so can I slice some suckers? Well, I don't have any slicing weapons. Can I smash some suckers off of this big guy? Does he have suckers? Do I misremember? Is that why you're making that face?
If you're gonna use a hammer, it's not gonna go well. but make me a survival check.
I think Ubad is going to be. Wait, Lee.
Yes?
I have a dagger.
Oh, too dangerous on boats because of the ropes. That's why you never see pirates with swords or daggers.
Oh, that's why.
So, I think Ubad is going to try and cut off the suction cups, but he also really wants to try and get the skull and possibly the brain.
Isn't that like really big? I was picturing it really big.
The skull is very big. This guy was like 30 feet tall. So
It's like a 4 or 5 foot skull, or
you could.
Haven't you ever seen archaeologists with unearthed giants?
I'm not very good at any of the checks that you could ask for, so we could just roll and see what happens.
I'm gonna say this. If you want the skull and the brain, it's gonna take a while, and you're gonna need to do a roll, and you're gonna need to take a while to do it, even if it fails.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay.
And what would I be rolling?
Roll survival.
That's a 15.
Okay. You're working on it for like literally 2 hours.
oh, doesn't Sir Wiggles wake up after 1 hour? Isn't that what you rolled for last week?
Yes, it was 1d4. 1 on a 1d4.
Okay. So as you're working on it, you hear some rustling around you, and you see a couple goblins start to twitch, and like some get up, and one of the goblins sees you and jumps to its feet and runs away. And like this happens a couple more times as you're doing it, and then Wiggles stirs.
I had the craziest dream. I had a dream Lee was 17 years old. It's crazy.
What's wrong with being 17? I lived
You have
longer
this
than a
very
hamster.
Very deep voice and this very just innate wisdom. It's unnerving when you run into a 17-year-old who seems very relaxed and knows themselves. What did I miss?
Well, I'm working on getting this dome up, and Ubad is over there with... It's really quite messy.
Hey,
Yeah, you just see him cursing and just he's trying to cut through the skin.
You know, if you're trying to keep your dome up, you just go in the bathroom and do that, please. Nobody wants to see it.
So the dome is a ritual cast, right?
Yeah, so it takes like 11 minutes, I think, or something.
So it'll be up by the time Wiggles wakes up.
All right. Can I get my horse?
I mean, you can ritual cast it, sure.
Can I?
You can't.
No?
can't. I have to cast it.
He has to cast it.
Do you have spell slots?
I do. I have multiple spell slots. All right, 10 minutes. I get tofu.
Cool. You're all working on your projects. You see one of the fox people kind of stir and look at you, and then I should have rolled a fucking thing.
I put my sword up.
You know what? Everybody roll me perception. No, just Wiggles' name was. Because Wiggles is highest passive perception.
Okay. 13.
You notice something stir in the corner of your eye, and then get down. It looks like one of the fox people stirred.
I rush up to it with tofu. On tofu, I put my long sword up to its. No, I put my. What do I have now? Shoot, where's my thing? I have a.
You have a flail.
I have a flail. I put my flail up to its neck.
It kind of bounces off and swings away.
Sorry, I'm new at this. This is a new weapon. Are you friend or food?
You see it pretend very hard to not move and be asleep.
Okay, I get off Tofu. I walk up. I take a stick and I start tickling its palm.
Roll me sleight of hand.
Okay. Okay. Is this to see if I can find a stick?
This is to see if you can tickle.
Sleight of hand.
I guess like the goblin weapons were basically sticks. So
15.
you see, he's just
I know that look. You're not asleep. You're pretending to be asleep. I do this all the time. Don't tell the guys. And don't tell Tofu. Listen, this is our little secret. Listen, your boss is dead, and I'm gonna smash your head into the granite if you don't wake up and surrender. You need to surrender right now and be my squire. And if you say yes, then I know that Bork and Skip are either dead or something. So, you want to work for me or what?
the fox opens an eye to look at you, sees that you're looking at him, and closes it and goes and seems to pretend even harder.
I saw you. You're not even good at this. You're really bad at this. Did you know that? I start tickling his other. I take his shoe off and I tickle his foot.
Do they have shoes? You know what? They do not have shoes.
That saves some time.
That's an 11 for sleight of hand.
To tickle the foot. You jab him in the foot with your stick, and he goes, "Meow!" And then he rolls away and gets to his feet, and looks paranoid and like looks at all the exits, and it's like backing away from you.
I'm gonna grapple him.
Strength contest against his athletics, not his acrobatics.
Is this athletics?
It's your
Strength.
athletics, yeah.
Yeah, it's your athletics.
11.
You run in to grab him, and he slips away, and runs for a door in the. He runs for the back of the hallway. He runs for like the back of the basilica kind of thing, where the wall where the throne was. And he like starts scrambling up the wall to like there's like this big crack in the wall.
Tofu. And Tofu, because we're psychic. Tofu, it's been so long, I forgot what you said.
Tofu.
A little disturbing. Tofu, grab.
Grab?
Tofu, retrieve.
Tofu
has 60 movement speed.
Seals towards.
I forgot he's a seal. It's embarrassing.
It's a very fast seal.
Yeah.
And do you want to roll for strength for Tofu?
Sure.
Tofu has horse stats.
Let me get my Tofu die. He has horse stats or war horse? I thought we said war horse.
War horse, sure.
Yeah. What do you want? You want to?
To do athletics.
All right. 17.
This damn fox does like a cool like Tofu goes in and tries to grab him, and he jumps and does like a barrel roll.
Unreal.
And then scampers up the wall and through that crack.
Oh, that was amazing. Hey guys, I'm awake.
What's that?
I said I'm awake. The fox got away and Tofu couldn't get him, and it's because I'm sleepy. I haven't had my coffee yet.
Well, there's plenty more foxes where that came from.
And that one was alive.
You see a lot of foxes look up and then pretend to be asleep.
Well, just gonna have to burn them. With fire.
Ubad, you have retrieved. You've somehow skinned that entire head of this large guy, and you've come away with like a pretty clean skull with some. There's some knife damage on it, but you got it away pretty good.
Oh, do I get any of the brain too?
The whole brain's in there.
Okay.
This is disturbing.
Have I And if the answer is no, that's fine. But in this process, have I learned anything about the nature of this beast?
You notice its brain is very psychic. It's like hella psychic.
Are we eating this brain? Because I've heard you can get mad illithid disease from it.
We have the same idea. All right.
How difficult would it be to like try and remove the brain and keep the skull intact? I believe through the nostrils is the safest way.
See, so you don't care if the brain is intact.
Not particularly.
Yeah, if you don't care how many pieces of brain comes out in, I'm gonna say that's pretty easy. You just like stick your staff in there and like stir it around.
Is there anything seem to be like? Is there still psychic energy coming from the brain? Does it still seem to be alive or like have a connection to something beyond us?
Like you go near it, and you feel like kind of waves of something go through you, but you can't tell any of that now. It feels psychically active.
Okay, well, I don't have any second level slots, but I could cast Detect Thoughts at third level and see what I can get from it. But if I start acting strangely, just knock me out or something. I mean, just knock me out or something.
That happened in canon.
Yeah. Sound good?
Sounds great.
Okay, I will cast Detect Thoughts at third level and start by seeing what I get for surface thoughts, if anything.
Sorry, guys, I missed that. Did he want us to knock him out?
You feel anger and hunger and loneliness.
It's a supermodel.
This brain seems to still be alive somehow, even though we are staring at its skull right now. Can I also check the surface thoughts of one of the rabbits?
Can you the foxes?
Yeah.
How do you get those
I
two
want to check
mixed
the
up?
rabbits.
Are you
George,
checking
wanna
if I can
check the
switch?
rabbits.
I am checking a couple things about it.
All right, it's a kind of weird stuff. So I'm just doing the focus your mind on any one creature. If the creature has an intelligence of 3 or lower, doesn't speak your language, the creature is unaffected. So I'm mostly curious if they're smart and they speak a language.
I'm like, what happens if they speak a language that you can't speak?
It's brain to brain.
Okay, so you detect the thoughts of one of the foxes and you feel panic.
Okay, I guess I will try to probe. Should I probe these foxes or the big brain first?
The foxes. I think we might just be better off putting the big brain down.
Okay, I will try to go deeper into the fox. It gets a wisdom save against
Ew.
the DC 15. That's what
This
it
is
says.
Casey,
Probe
you're only
deep-
17.
You probe deeper into the fox. What do you get exactly?
If it fails, you gain insight into its reasoning, if any, its emotional state, and something that looms large in its mind, such as something it worries over, loves, or hates. Either way, the target knows that I'm probing into its mind.
You know that he's panicked and getting more panicked as the probe is coming back. He's like, oh no, he's thinking, oh no, it's back. He's well used to getting mentally probed at this point. It seems like
I feel bad now.
and it's perhaps re-traumatizing him. Something that looms large in his mind is the large creature he just killed, and he's now terrified of you guys, and he seems to want to get back home. and that's the one that you're probing, jumps up and shrieks and scrabbles towards the crack.
It seems like they just want to go home.
It's a smart plan.
Don't we all?
Okay, can I try and probe the big boy?
Yeah.
Wisdom save, DC 15.
You probe in, and suddenly you feel your mind fill with inky blackness, shoving all your thoughts away. Slowly.
Did it succeed on the save?
Yes.
Then the spell ends.
Oh, does it?
Yes.
You feel thoughts slowly being pushed out of your head. Slowly, thus as such that you have time to react to this feeling.
Okay, I stop concentrating on the spell. If it's still around.
It doesn't seem to stop this.
The brain is very powerful. It's trying to get into my head.
Why don't you make me a wisdom save?
This is
That's
the
a 4.
first time in history there's been a wisdom save after death.
You are dominated.
I sure am.
As soon as Lee first communicated to us that the brain was reaching back out, Ubad is going to EB some brain.
EB?
Eldritch Blast.
Okay. You see, Casey is going to, or Lee is going to, Lee looks up with vacant eyes and pulls up his hammer and starts charging at you. And what's your EB?
What's the AC of cut up brain? Is it higher than 21?
No.
So that's 2 hits.
Cool.
Because I rolled 21 twice.
Jeez.
I see this. Can I rush in the middle of these two?
Let's let Ubad's thing resolve.
Well, I'm not firing at Lee. I'm firing at the brain.
Yeah.
So that is 27 force damage and 3 cold damage, and I'm pushing the brain 10 feet away from Lee.
Cool. You hit the brain, and you hit the brain specifically somehow through the skull. And
I thought I pulled the brain out.
I think
it was
when you pull
whatever.
it out, it ends up in small pieces, I assume.
Like RoboCop 2.
You splatter the brain everywhere. It's now not intact at all, however intact it was, and suddenly, Lee, you gain mental clarity again.
I'll kill you. Oh, never mind.
Yes, I hefty never mind to you as well.
Yes.
The hormones. Like 17.
My people have those hormones at like 12 or 10 or something. I mean, not anymore. But that's back when there were guidelines for age and weight and height.
I'll say, okay, as soon as you blast the brain also, all the foxes jump up and start running around in panic and trying to get out of the exits.
Can I rush up to the exit where the last fox escaped from and try to block it?
It's like, the exit is like it's like a climb up the wall, and then there's like a big crack in the wall that they're getting through.
Yeah, and I just want to like stop one of them. Just grapple.
Give me a grapple check.
Well,
12? Tie? Let's roll off.
slippery.
Roll off. You catch him.
You're very dexterous. You guys are very hard to catch. I want to say job well done.
He tries to bite you.
I let him bite me.
What's your AC?
Let's see. That's down. 18.
Does an 8 hit?
No. I actually kind of enjoy the feeling. It's massaging my forearms, which are feeling very stressed.
Cool.
Sir Wiggles, you look very sick. Don't let him bite you.
I'm fine. I'm okay. Yeah, it actually feels quite nice. It's like a little massage with spikes. It's like when you go to a spa and the masseuse is out, but they have a spike. And I ask it a question. I say, "Do you understand what I'm saying?"
He tries to bite you again.
Look, I know your people and my people have had some
13.
some difficulties in the past. What?
13.
18.
Yeah.
Okay. Look, I see you chewing on my arm. It's very Look, I know we've had some difficulties in the past. Your people, the fox people, although you look a little different, and my people, the pugs of ComeDy&D. Do you understand what I'm saying? Do you understand the words coming out of my mouth?
I don't think so.
He's gonna attempt to bite you again.
Okay. I'm gonna
as if
fast hands or fast talk.
As if he doesn't understand your
That's
language.
fine. I'm going to non-lethally attack him.
The 9 to bite. Sure, non-lethally.
That's a 23 to
That
hit.
hits.
I just want to hit him with the handle, with the butt of my.
Donk.
Yeah. Okay. You get 3. That's what you get 3 bites.
Roll damage.
3. No damage.
Yeah, roll damage.
All right.
That's how non-lethal damage works. It's just if you get his HP to 0 with a non-lethal hit, he's knocked out instead of killed.
13 points of damage.
You smash him in the head.
Why couldn't I roll like that earlier?
And his eyes go in different directions, and he goes, eh.
Yeah. Now, who else?
And he's unconscious.
Who else wants to bite me?
The other foxes see this, and they're horrified. And they run. They scamper away.
Tofu, get.
Who are you?
That's terrible.
Who are you directing Tofu to
I just
get?
want Tofu to grab one like a kitten on its back skin.
Tofu's gonna attempt to grab one as a kitten.
It's an 8.
Just Tofu grabs one like a kitten.
Okay. I'm gonna non-lethally attack that one too.
Okay.
Do I get advantage since he's being restrained?
No.
Let's see.
Sir Wiggles, are you getting dinner together for us or what?
I'm trying to gain allies. How do you do it?
Wine?
Yeah. That could be plan B. Sorry, do we have any wine? It's a 12 to hit.
No.
How did I miss? All right. Well, I got 1. I feel like this is do you remember the little gnomes in Golden Axe who would come out with the potions and you have to run around and hit them
Yeah.
and cough up their goods? That's what I feel like right now.
Where is
Golden Axe 2.
Yes. Where are my
So-
D&D sheets?
Ubad, shall we see what condition our guest is in? While Sir Wiggles is busy with the foxes.
I'm blowing my nose right now. My nose is a little dry.
I think we should leave him there for morning, because I worry he might be a little bit troublesome. And we'll better have our resources.
All right. Well, wake me up if anything happens with Sir Wiggles, I guess.
Lee, can you talk to this one?
I can understand them. Would you like me to try?
Well, it's knocked out. What's up with the other one? Is Tofu just holding him?
Tofu is holding him and he's struggling.
I will cast
You know what?
Comprehend Languages.
I get a second attack. Forgot about that. Oh, I'll forget that.
You hear you. Let me go! Let me go!
He's saying let him go.
Oh no!
What are you? Why are you holding me? Why?
He wants to know why you're holding him.
Oh, well, because he's a prisoner.
I cannot tell him this.
I see.
Have you tried sign language?
Honey, I'm gonna get one of my rations. I'm gonna get one of my rations and hold it out in front of him. I'm not giving it to him, but I'm just holding it.
He says. He seems intrigued.
What's he saying?
He said har 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 har, kind of. But he seems intrigued.
Okay. So would he be cheaper on Cameo?
He calms down a little bit, but he's like, what are you doing? Why are you holding me? Just I want to go home.
I'm going to sign language and
Wants to
put
go
my
home.
hand over my heart. I'm going to open up my heart. I'm going to take this food and I'm going to go like this. Nya, 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 nya. Nya, nya, nya. This is for you to eat. But, and I pat Lee on the back. I pat Ubat on the back. I pat him on the back. I say, we friends. And I kind of just like, I do this. Like, we're friends. All right, the four of us. See here? This is what friends do.
Okay. Here's what I'm going to need from you. I'm going to need a straight up and down charisma check to see if you could communicate the message that you wanted to communicate.
Okay.
If that passes, you're going to need to do a persuasion check with disadvantage because he saw you clock out his other guy.
Yeah. Do you know how many friends I've made who just knocked out another friend of mine? This is
Yeah,
ridiculous.
you know how many friends? Okay. I'm
Do you
gonna
know
give
how
you
many-
I'm gonna give you a quick heads up and say maybe look at what magic items you have right now before you do these
Oh,
rolls.
thanks. Oh, goddamn. What, my shield?
That might help.
That might help. My shield, which gives me. Well, do I need it if I roll in that 20?
Is this for the charisma check? So you communicated correctly.
That's the first 22. Huh?
Now,
Yeah.
and now here's the one with disadvantage is the persuasion check.
Okay. Thank you for helping me. Let's see. Where's my shield? Where's my? Okay. All right. Here we go. Did I have advantage?
You have it's flat because you had disadvantage before.
What's that?
It's just a regular roll because you had disadvantage before, and this
Oh.
gives you advantage, I believe.
All right. 15.
He seems, he says, okay, like, okay. He seems to get it. He seems to be receptive.
I put his head in my neck. I say, Lee, is he gonna kill me? And I say, shh, and I start petting him. I know exactly how to pet. You know,
Is Tofu still holding on to him?
yeah. But like by his collar, right?
Yeah,
Or did I say skin?
like the nape of his neck,
They're not wearing collars.
like
are
a
they?
kitten. No,
Okay, Tofu.
they're
let him,
not domestic animals.
Let him go. It's okay. Shh. How big is he?
He's about halfling sized.
Okay, so he's like a baby. Right.
Pretty big fox.
All right. I while I'm holding him, I put some food in my neck, and I hold it like that, and I let him just kind of get in there and just get it,
He's
get it.
I'm trying to figure out how a fox that was in psychic prison for a long time and then saw his friend get beat over the head, and then a weird being that he's never seen before and doesn't understand his language would grab him and try to cradle him like a baby. I'm trying to parse that emotional
Have you ever
state.
cared for like 6 dogs at once? Because I have, and I've done this so many times.
I think this guy's smarter than a dog.
I am. I am.
He's he seems uncomfortable with it, but he just seems very hungry, so he's eating the food.
Lee, tell him that I would like to make him a squire. He's my friend now.
I can't.
Lee, I was telling you.
Okay. I
Am I a
can't
dog
do
with a
that.
pet dog now?
You're a dog who's holding a fox.
Hostage
Who's holding a sentient fox.
against its will. Ubad, at this point, is going to have Pompadour come up, and he will give Pompadour his ring
Okay.
and grab the giant skull and disappear into the ring.
Cool.
With the skull.
That happens.
I wonder where Ubad went.
While I'm in there, I'm going to pick up a couple things. I'm going to grab a flask of oil, a vial of perfume, and a set of manacles. And then I'm going to leave the packs that we found from Punch, Grabby, and Knifey.
Okay.
And you took the skull with you?
Mm-hmm. Well, I certainly wasn't going to carry it around all the time. And I'm guessing that between the skull and the supplies that we have inside the ring, that probably takes about over half of the ring.
Sure. I've given up on caring about capacities of things.
Okay.
I came into this like, oh, it's going to be gritty, and people are going to need to know their capacities. I'm like, day 2, I'm like, I don't want to keep track of this stuff.
Also, there's a magical ring that has like a room inside it. That makes it hard to...
Yeah. Y'all kind of broke it, so I stopped caring.
Okay, well, Sir Wiggles, you should really get some sleep.
Whoa, sorry, what? Don't wake him up.
He's not asleep.
Yes, he will
Okay,
be.
okay. I ate the food. I didn't bite. Now, let me go. I want
Lee,
to
tell him
go.
that if he doesn't do what we say, I'm gonna break his neck in half.
He wants you to let him go.
I'm not gonna let him go. Just tell him what I said.
I can tell him.
I don't want to hear any excuses. I don't care.
Okay, you won't hear any excuses.
I don't know if my wife and daughter are alive.
He has a
I don't
family.
care what he's saying. What? What was that?
If I don't donate blood, then all the people in the hospital will be bloodless.
This might be a situation like the whale, where it's better if you don't know, but
What blood disease are the foxes having?
Bloodlessness.
I'm sorry. Is it being stabbed in the ass by goblins right now? I don't think so.
The foxes.
Hey, listen. I've always wanted a dog. I know it's kind of weird, but it's a thing. Like every dog wants its own dog.
And
So
from the ring, you hear, "It's not a dog."
The fox just starts sobbing.
I know.
Sir Wiggles, I worry that if you do not release these foxes, the other foxes will come back on some sort of fox commando raid and kill us all.
Really?
That is my worry, yes.
Okay. I'll pick him up under his armpits. I put him down. I pet him on the head, and I give him the ration. And I say, "Remember me." and we rub noses. And
Wait, maybe give him the unconscious one that you knocked out.
okay, I give him the unconscious one. I pick up the stick, and I like that, and I throw the stick, but I don't throw the stick.
You
You know
fake
what I mean?
throw the stick.
Yeah.
Give me a sleight of hand check.
I want to fail this. 10?
He starts looking and then he sees, and he just looks at you,
He sees
so good.
everything.
and he's just like he's holding up his unconscious friend, and he just looks like tired, and he starts walking away. He starts walking to the crack.
I start crying and I say, "Get out of here! I don't love you. I never loved you."
He's walking to the crack, and he's like climbs up, and he like is trying to reach down and pull up his friend, but he can't reach.
Okay,
I'll go help him.
You hold up the unconscious one, and the fox looks at you and says, "Lee, you can understand." He says, "Thank you," and he pulls the fox away and leaves.
I
What
say,
did he
you're
say?
welcome.
What did he just say to me? Did he really just say that? What did he say? I'm gonna kill him. I'm gonna kill him.
He is gone to spread word of your name and see if any of the other foxes wish to become your squire.
Oh, okay. So Skip and Bork are dead. I thought so much.
I don't know how you could possibly deduce that from
Yeah.
the fact that this unrelated fox. Well, okay, whatever.
You know,
After we sleep, I can tell you whether they're dead.
mostly dead just because they're not here. So,
True.
yeah.
Wait, I have an idea. Can we use the sending stone to talk to, what's her name?
Carrie?
Carrie?
Sure.
Carrie, do you have any files on these fox-like creatures? Wait, can she can't see through this stone, can she?
No.
I described the foxes.
Fox-like creatures. Yes. Several fox-like creatures have entered Roberth Gardens in the past decade. They seem to be sentient, and have their society has not been studied.
Do you know their language?
They seem to be the command not understood.
Okay, worth a shot.
He didn't start it with Carrie.
Carrie, do you understand their language?
The fox people, or Vulpids, seem to speak an ancient dialect of Dwarvish.
Interesting. We really should have brought someone who speaks Dwarvish to these Dwarvish ruins. All right. Shall we sleep right here next to the giant headless body, or shall we go somewhere else?
I think we should sleep in its skull. Because back home there was a giant skull, and they used to Airbnb charged extra to sleep. It was like a novelty.
Okay, well, the skull is gone, but we could
Oh.
clean out the rib cage, I guess.
That sounds like a lot of work.
Yes.
Can it's like we could fortify this place and take a rest, put some barricades up against the door, have Tofu go and help, move a bunch of dead bodies in the door hole. What do you call that? Frame?
You could sleep within a tiny hut.
Yeah, but also barricade the room, you know. Because otherwise,
Ubed
There's
comes back from the ring.
otherwise
Sure.
someone could sneak in and pile all the bodies on top of the tiny hut, and then in the morning, it falls on you. It's very uncomfortable.
And I can
There's-
do this thing. I can like bust out of it like a superhero because I've done
That's
that.
true.
there's like no, so there's like 3 hallways on the end of the room you came from that are all roughly like 10 feet wide, like big entrances, and there's like not that much stuff other than you could like try to build what like try to make a barricade out of like bones and flesh, but that's extremely ghoulish and seems like it's not worth it.
I do it.
You can. It seems like it would take several hours to do so.
Okay,
I go to sleep in the tiny hut.
I do it for like 5 minutes and I get bored.
Cool.
Okay, so Uba goes to the tiny hut, and then how many suction cups did he get for Lee?
Roll me survival.
Oh, okay. That is a 9.
You get you mess up a bunch of them, but you get one pretty good one.
Yes, Lee. Here are 5 of these suction cups.
Thank you.
Kind of just a bunch of ripped little suction cups and one perfect one intact.
These look great. I throw away 4 of them.
Which 4? Got okay. You all leveled up. You're asleep. Yay!
Oh,
Hooray! I have extra attack.
Woo!
Moreover, I can cast one of my cantrips in place of one of those attacks. Very exciting.
Double woo!
Any other exciting new things?
yes.
I am resistant to cold damage.
Oh,
And I can
relevant.
fly for 10 minutes. Proficiency times a day.
Wow.
And anyone who's within 10 feet of me gets my aura of protection. So we can all raw dog it? Is that right? Is that no? Only I'm immune to disease. You guys all have a +2 to saving throws within 10 feet of me.
wow!
Nice.
So
Pretty
children's
awesome.
leash.
Does this mean we're gonna have to start bathing Wiggles? Since we'll be so close to him.
No, don't do that.
Just stick to the prestidigitation.
Stick to the prestidigitation
All right.
you used to.
I think we have looked in all the rooms in this area of the city. Is that correct?
You've checked out all the rooms from where you came from. It's a whole city though, so you could probably find more stuff that I'd have to make up.
All right, we spend several months exploring the city. It gets very cold. No. I guess in the morning, first thing, shall we get out Sheplin?
I believe it's time, and I summon Sheplin from the glove.
Sheplin comes out and is frozen, and then slowly says, he seems dazed, as though he just came out of a long mind control session. And he looks around, kind of. He smells very bad, also.
I prestidigitate.
It's fixed. He looks around and says, who are you guys? Did you rescue me? Are you with Varian?
We were sent here by Ophelia Estera.
Oh,
Find Varian in his party.
yeah, that's me.
Sheplin next, we presume.
Yes. You rescued me. Can we go home? It's cold here.
Oh my god! I start licking him in the face. I lick his face a lot.
Please stop that. No. Go away, you dumb dog. Ugh. He shoves you.
Sheplin, can I ask what is the last date and year that you remember?
Ugh. The I think it was my birthday, which
Happy
is,
birthday.
Many happy returns.
I believe today is the 70th of Myrtle.
I stopped paying attention to.
I wrote down the 23rd of Myrtle back in the.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's year 420 in the month of Myrtle.
So you stopped doing dates and carrying capacity.
I think Saint Elvis's feast was. I have that mark on my calendar as the 23rd. I think that's when you ate with the ice goblins, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so it is now the 30th of Myrtle.
Guys, Myrtle is almost over.
I don't know. I wasn't the one. That was Ephraim's job to keep the calendar. I was just walking because, it's really cold and it's really hard. I've just been working really hard,
Sheplin, what month was it? Do you remember that at least?
Time kind of stops up here. It was daylight the whole time. Were there even days? I don't know. Why are you asking me? Is my
Sheplin,
mom
what was the
around?
year?
It was, I think, 419. What are you talking about?
Sheplin, it is now 560. No, just kidding. It's 420.
He's kind of shocked. Oh my God! Where's Varian? I was supposed to help him. Oh, did he get there without me? Oh, I was supposed.
Effie, take a breath. And you see Ubad just breathing through his trunk. Here, have some rations. You haven't eaten for a long time.
Make a persuasion check to calm him down. Oh, I didn't write down the butler's name.
In my book.
Which butler? The Explorer Guild?
Goliath.
Efren, Sheplin's butler at home.
So that's a 30 to calm down.
He listens to you, and he takes the food, and he eats it. He's like, do you guys have any like steak or something, like good food?
I prestidigitate the rations to make them taste like steak.
He eats it and he says, but the texture is still wrong. Do you guys...
I yell at him in Goliath.
You didn't bring it...
I eat your food!
Do an intimidation check.
Okay.
Wait, is this because he had a butler named Jor who was a Goliath or something?
His butler's named Jor, thank you.
The Goliath was named Jor. I don't know if that was the butler.
That was the butler.
That was the butler.
There's also a hungry bugbear I wrote down. Is that true?
7?
You sure that wasn't the jolly owlbear?
I don't remember what the hungry bugbear is.
I think we saved a hungry bugbear, and that's where we got the egg. This was the bugbear and his son.
It was an orc.
Is it an orc? Oh, okay.
That was Mori and Emor.
Mori and Emor.
You do not intimidate him, and he says, I don't know why my butler Gorg would yell at me all the time. He yells way better than you. I don't know why you thought you were doing, man. It's like, what are you even doing here? Who is this guy?
Never mind him now. Sheplin, we spoke with Effie before she left, and
Wait, I'm still eating. He's eating the food.
I hate this guy.
Are you sure you don't have like a steak or something? I really prefer. Can I eat that? And he points at tofu.
Maybe you would like some of this.
Sheplin, if you spend just a short time, I will give you the most delicious food you've ever had in your life. Now, you have to answer our questions first.
Yeah, why should I?
Anything. Well, if you do, we'll give you anything you want, including food.
Roll me persuasion.
That's a 20.
Oh, okay. It better be good though. Oh, hi. Who is this?
What's on that plate?
Aw.
Okay, that was Latrell.
Bring
He
Latrell
looked like
back.
Fox.
Latrell, choke out Simon. I thought it was Latrell Sprewell.
So Sheplin says,
This is a joke from 20 years ago.
okay, oh, hi.
Sheplin's voice changed a lot there.
This is the first time in like 13 years I've touched actual meat. Would you got that boy? He's 16 years old. I got him on the day that Frank Gore scored 2 touchdowns in a single game over 80 yards. Look at that. Okay, bye.
Is this your dog?
It's my dog, but like then he lives with mom, and mom took
Okay.
him over, and yeah, it's mom's dog.
It's his dog.
Come on, Trell.
Oh, Latrell.
Look at that big. He's 16
Good
years old.
baby. Good old baby. He looks so good for 16.
Yeah.
Doggy break. So Sheplin says, okay, I'll answer your question, but it better be really good food.
Sheplin, can you tell us about the expedition so far? We already found Bilby. What has happened?
Yeah, well, we landed, and then we killed a bunch of goblins came, and they killed a bunch of goblins, and then we saw these crows, and they fought the crows, and they kept attacking us. They sent Bilby in because they thought Bilby would be able to talk to the crows, but the crows, they're crows. I don't know. It was a stupid idea. I don't know why they did it. Whatever. I didn't like that guy anyway. He didn't talk. And so, yeah, we got past that, and then we ended up here, and we were making our way through it. Then we came to this room, and I saw that guy, and I don't really remember anything else.
What was Varian looking for?
You don't. Oh, I'm not sure if I should tell you.
Varian
Like, do you have
is lost, Sheplin.
Do you have any like money you could?
Can I freak out?
I'm open to bribes.
Can I freak
How
out?
much? How
Can I
much money
start-
do you need?
You can do anything you want,
Can I
Wiggles.
start just wailing on the dead bodies and yelling, screaming, and
Yeah.
just freaking out?
Are you
yelling
trying to
at
be?
you?
Are you trying to be intimidating?
Yes, I am. Yes, I am.
Roll me intimidation with advantage.
Oh, okay. There's one. Oh my god, if it couldn't get any better. I rolled a 19 and a 17. So 23. I just start smashing dead bodies, biting their faces. Just skeleton bones everywhere.
This is. Well, why don't you make me not? What is this guy's deal? Why are we? Why he's?
We're not
yelling.
offering you anything. The
Listen,
only thing you're getting offered is safety.
I don't feel safe.
Ah!
we are here to rescue Varian.
Sheplin, you shouldn't feel safe. You're lost in the Arctic. The only thing here to save you right now is us. Is the 5 of us.
Well, you're not giving like a very like saving vibe right now.
Oh, do you want to go back with the mind-controlling creatures and the ice goblins and see if you can make your way past the crow?
Well, I think the mind control guy is dead. but
Who do you think killed the mind control guy, Sheplin?
Also, you'd be surprised about the deadness. Actually,
I walk up to Lee. I'm like,
what
I'm
is
the bad
what does
guy.
that mean?
I mean, after he was dead, he was still controlling us.
Oh,
You're just confusing the poor boy. Sheplin, your only chance at survival for longer than 24 hours is with helping us. Otherwise, you're just another dead body in the Arctic.
but I think I'd rather take my chances alone than be with like this crazy guy. What do you do? What am I?
Listen, do you want him going wild on you or on your enemies?
No, I guess my enemies.
Yes, so you want him as a friend. We are agreed.
Okay.
So, where was Varian headed? We need to find him so we can all get back south.
Oh, he's gonna. You sure you can't like give me like a little money, so I feel bad betraying Varian without for no money.
You're not betraying him. You're saving him. A year has gone by. His mother has sent us to save him. He's lost.
Well,
He needs to be saved.
you
And
don't
only you are
you don't-
hero enough to do it.
I don't think Varian needs to be saved. He probably found it.
Then
It's
why would
probably-
he not have gotten you on the way home?
You see Sheplin kind of like look up and like the meme where like all the math equations goes in front of him, and he's like, "Wait, yeah, wouldn't he come get me?
You are his best friend.
Maybe he thought I was dead. Like what? He would have come got me. No, yeah, he thought I was dead.
Well, this is your chance to go get him if he's in some sort of trouble.
Oh, but he's not in trouble. He probably found it.
Probably. But if he is in trouble, we're gonna help him.
But if he's not in trouble, then you're gonna try to take it from him.
I don't think so. We have been paid to bring him south. Nothing more.
Roll me persuasion.
I'm gonna help.
16.
How are you helping?
With all that
Listen to your
talking.
heart, Sheplin. You know these words are true.
Jedi mind trick.
And that's 15.
Yeah. He says, I don't know. Like, I guess we could keep going, and then we could see if I still feel like helping you, and we go a little bit closer. Is that okay?
I don't think you understand what's at stake here.
I don't
Tell
know.
us, did Ephron behave? How was the tutor? How was he during the expedition?
He was weirdly knowledgeable about this whole thing. He just came because he said he wanted to come because he wanted to keep an eye on his favorite pupil. But he was like kicking ass. He knew all the turns. He knew how to get here. It was weird. I thought we were the ones who in the library all day looking up maps. But he was really good. Yeah.
Yes, it's because he was sent here to kill Varian.
What? How do you? That's no. You gotta. That's dumb. Why would you say that?
He was a member of the Order of Silence.
Sheplin's eyes go wide. Oh my god, that makes so much sense now that you say that. Oh. Oh yeah, that's yeah. I see it. Oh wow. Okay.
So you understand the gravity of the situation. We must find Varian or discover what has happened to him.
Yeah, we gotta. You guys gotta promise to, like, if we run into Varian and he asks how you found him, you guys, you can't tell him I sent you.
Yes, we used magic to find him, of course.
Okay, very good. Yeah. Okay. Let's go then.
Okay, where?
What was he looking for? Fine, you want a bribe? Here, and I pull up and I set by my side. Here's a bottle of dwarven whiskey. Here's a pearl worth 100 gold.
He pocket.
No, they are. I stop him from actually touching them. You have to tell us first. And also, I will give you the best food you've ever had.
What's the food?
What food do you want?
I'll do it for the pearl and the whiskey. I don't want to answer any of my questions. Just give me
Well,
the
for
pearl.
the pearl and the whiskey, tell us where he was headed and what he was looking for.
Well,
2 questions, 2 items.
he is very reluctant. He sighs. We read about this artifact. It was called the Crown of Winter. You see, you ever wonder why the North is so cold? Well, apparently it's this crown. You see, we only got offhand references to it. No one ever found it, but is this crown that, like, lets you control winter. Is what it says in all the Varian thought it could be used do all kinds of things, and he thought he could wear it and bring it back and use his new powers to restart the farm somehow. But all the we didn't quite know what it did, but in all the references we could find, everybody was terrified of it. It's so much power. It had to be locked away. This place called the Ice Labyrinth is this labyrinth that was magically enchanted that no one could get through. Varrett, he thinks he found a way through. Is why we did this expedition and all, but I don't know. So that's where he'd be headed.
Do you have a map or any supplies or any information that points to where it is?
Yeah, I had a map in my pack. I don't know where my pack is.
How good is your memory of this map?
I wrote it down because I didn't want to have to remember it.
Sure, but you might have accidentally remembered it.
No.
Listen, we have this map here, and I pulled out the 5-year-old goblin map. Is it on this map?
And no, it's inland more. This is just the coast.
It's also the worst map I've ever seen.
Sheplin, is there anything else important that we need to know about?
Should know that I can only walk 5 hours a day. If you want to walk more than that, someone will have to carry me.
I look over Ryan.
I require. Ryan is just kind of like wandering around now.
I say,
You
Tofu.
seem very familiar with the Order of Silence. Have you and Varian had run-ins with them before?
I didn't think they still existed. We reread it. There were some references to them about them assassinating people looking for the crown, but that's hundreds of years ago. I didn't think they
No.
were still around.
Now, Sheplin, I promise you, I will carry you the rest of the way for a small price. Does that sound fair?
What's the price?
I grab him with the glove and make a charisma save, Sheplin.
I think you forgot to give him the food.
There was no food. He just ate.
What's I got a 12.
Does it have its own DC or does it use my DC? I think it uses my DC.
Sure.
Um,
It had a DC. Let me see what the DC was. The glove of holding is 8 plus proficiency plus charisma. So yes, it is the same. It's just the same formula.
so that is 16.
Yeah, he's stuck in the glove.
Well, hopefully Varian is happy to see him when we find him. All right, well, I guess we could look around for the maps or books. I mean, I do have a map of the... I do have a book about the North. Maybe there's a map in there. I don't know.
Do you have anything that smells like your pack?
Are you talking to me or the halfling we just put into suspended animation? Wait, what? What
That's
race is
the,
he?
oh, I guess I'm a little late
He
to
was
the
a
party.
gnome.
Gnome.
Okay. It's one of the two.
It'll change. It is. He is a
It says
no.
gnome.
Yeah,
Just
it'll
like
change
Tevi.
too.
So we already looked around the throne area pretty thoroughly, right? And there
Yeah.
was nothing that looked like it could be his pack.
Nah.
Well, it would be in the courtyard. That's where we found him.
Okay, well, we can certainly look.
I mean, you've seen other mind control guys move from one area to another.
Well, I was just saying that it wouldn't be in the... There's no reason it would be in the royal
Yeah,
chamber.
unless he, like, stacked all the gear there. Well, let's keep heading north, I guess.
Lee, do you know any illusion magic?
Yes. It is minor.
I think this might be a stretch, but I was wondering if we could trick our compass into thinking that it was night.
Well, I could cast suggestion on it, but I don't think that would work.
I mean, I don't think so.
I can make a
What if we just-
5-foot cube that looks like night. Can I try making a 5-foot cube that looks like night and putting the compass in it? I don't even really know what that would look like. Does it seem like the compass works in there?
The compass. So you try to project a night sky over the compass. The compass suddenly seems to swirl, like all the material that starts swirling around, and like weird little maps keep forming of like different terrains, and it seems like it's rapidly shifting to different terrains, as if you don't know the exact pattern of the stars at any point in the sky. And it can't figure out what the land is underneath your made-up sky.
Yes, this makes sense.
Very astute for a 17-year-old, Lee. Are you sure you're 17?
Sir Wiggles, leave it alone.
Very mature.
Drop it.
I'm impressed.
Drop it.
And then, Lee, can I see that sending stone?
Sure.
And Ubad grabs the sending stone and goes, Carrie, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you well.
Carrie, do you have any information about the Crown of Winter?
Crown of Winter. No files on the Crown of Winter.
Carrie, do you have any files on Ice Labyrinth?
The Ice Labyrinth. Yes, the structure known as the Ice Labyrinth was found inland several tens of miles from Roberth Gardens. It's tens of miles north.
Carrie, do you have any sort of fax machine capability with the sending stone?
I do not understand the query.
It's a machine that sends you facts that you need.
Carrie,
I can send many facts.
Carrie, do you have any entries for the lost city of Ur?
Lost city of Ur. Yes, it was a ancient dwarven city on the southern continent that one day disappeared. It was theorized that the ancient city found to the north of Roberth Gardens was perhaps the lost city of Ur after its residents attempted to meddle with teleportation magic and accidentally teleported the city to the northern continent. It is also believed that the city, the dwarves of the city, made deals with several illithid guilds in order to gain power and more arcane artifacts.
What was that word?
Artifacts.
Illicit
Illicit
illithids.
Carrie, what is the safest way to get from the lost city of Ur to the Ice Labyrinth?
There is no safe way to get from the lost city of Ur to the Ice Labyrinth.
Not go.
But there is a dangerous way, which is to leave from the city north to cross the mountain pass. Not much. I do not have detailed data on the lands there.
Ask Carrie questions. It's always so much fun.
Carrie, what is the distance between the lost city of Ur and the Ice Labyrinth?
The I'm not going to be annoying. The theorized city, perhaps hereby known as the Lost City of Ur, north of Roberth Gardens, to the Ice Labyrinth, is predicted about to be around 50 to 100 miles north.
I think we're gonna need more tofu.
You can't.
Carrie,
eat
how is
tofu.
Roberth Gardens?
Roberth Gardens is in an identical state to that which you left it in.
Carrie, are the plants in the garden growing?
The plants have not sprouted yet, no.
I thought those seeds just worked instantly. And how many life forms are in Roberth's garden right now?
Oh, God.
There was Roberth when we left. I think it was just one.
There's one non-plant life form.
Thank you, Carrie. Miss you.
I do not have emotions, so I cannot say the same.
Okay, so this is a big city we're in, and we're just in what, like the sort of palace?
Yeah.
Hey guys, sorry to interrupt, but I just real quick. I have summoned Steed. right?
Right.
Not concentration.
Fine steed, you mean?
Ah, okay, never
I think
mind.
you only
I
get one
thought
at a
I
time.
thought I could get more than one.
I could get phantom steed if I spent some cash. That only gives us an hour at a time. So it's kind of slow going.
I thought it was all smart, and then I'm like, I unmute myself, and then I start talking, and then I read at the very bottom, you can't have more than one.
Well, it's what, 50 miles north of here.
I guess we should start walking.
We asked what the terrain is like.
Ice.
Yeah, I
And
believe it's Mountain Pass.
There's a mountain pass, yes.
That's
Do we know what end of the velocity are we on?
You've traveled roughly north. You entered from the south and you've traveled north.
Is there a view of the mountains from the courtyard or?
The courtyard is completely underground.
Oh, right. Well, let's at least get out the other side of the city. Maybe we'll find clues. Can we explore the courtyard? Are there other exits?
Exits from the room you're in. There's the hallway you came in. So, okay. If we're looking from above, there is a hallway down the middle outside, and there's hallways on either side here. You came into this one from the courtyard, which would be over here, and then there's the room, and then there's a crack where where a lot of the foxes seem to run through in the back of the room, which would be on the north side of the room.
I guess let's go down the other hallway. Anybody?
Sure.
Okay.
And the door to the south leads to where we encountered the humans?
Probably.
Okay.
If you have very good sense of direction, yes, that seems to be where it goes. The hallway. Cool. You go down the hallway. Oh, Simon can catch up. You go down the hallway, and you come to a part where it seems it's mostly collapsed. It seems like a tower or something collapsed through here, like that. And there is enough space to squeeze under it, and also there seems to be a hole in the tower that went through the hallway.
So we could potentially get out up to the surface.
Maybe.
What do you think, Ubad? Stay underground or go up?
I mean, this lost city is very tempting. Is there... But I don't remember seeing anything that really sparked our interest on the way that we, didn't investigate. I think we were trying to move stealthily through. And besides, there's always our next expedition. We told the museum we would explore the fine velocity of explore it, and we've already found it, so that's half of it.
True. Well, I'm enjoying being out of the snow. Why don't we try to see if we can stay underground and work our way north?
Okay.
Can we continue under the tower?
Okay, you're gonna dip under the tower. Sure.
Ubad's gonna try and make like a rough map of the city. from what they've seen.
Okay.
Will that be a survival check?
Yeah.
And that's a 5.
You make a map that you start drawing a map, and then you look at your work, and it seems that you've drawn a very nice zebra.
Ubat, that is an excellent zebra. Are you nostalgic for your homeland?
Oh, this... I'm sorry, I misunderstood you. From where I'm from, we call it a zebra.
Oh. I've heard of this.
Cool. So to catch up, y'all went through the hallway opposite the one you entered in, and then you found a tower collapsed over it, and there seemed to be a hole into the tower, or you could. There's enough room through the hallway that you could squeeze under the tower.
So we squeeze under the tower.
Cool.
It collapses on us. We all die.
Roll for death.
Open character.
We are now all playing foxes.
You squeeze under the hallway, and you look up, and you hear scampering.
Goblin
Some more
scampering or fox scampering?
Roll me perception.
And I smell for foxes.
9.
You can
8.
smell for foxes.
Hey, I rolled a 1 and a 20, so let's go with a critical success for smelling
Okay.
foxes.
Yeah, you smell the fox. And you
Smells like foxes.
so you
Opens.
when you squeezed under the tower, there's like a crossroads, and the foxes went to your right.
But that is to the south?
That's to the north.
Okay, well, we want to go north. Let's go north.
Cool. So you turn the corner, and you see you see something moving around in the rubble ahead of you. And forward through through the hallway, there's just like a bunch of collapsed building and stuff. And you far down the hallway, you see what looks like light. Daylight?
Well, let's go there, I guess.
Can I stealth?
Yes.
Can you stealth?
Wow. Yes, I can.
Even with disadvantage?
Even with disadvantage. 18.
You're stealthy.
I rolled a 16 and a nat 20. Pretty good. Guys, follow me. I become the shadows.
You're down.
Are we passing by the noise we heard? The scampering?
The scampering was ahead.
Oh, okay.
So you make your way through this kind of partially collapsed hallway. There's some like, it seems like there's some rooms on the side, but they mostly seem collapsed. And then you finally get sneakily up to the place where the daylight comes in, and you're blinded by daylight.
He blinded me with daylight.
And you can see just like a whole mess of towers piled up outside, and the mountains above them.
Looking at the mountains briefly, is there an obvious pass? Is it like two big mountains and a pass in between?
It looks like you're still in like a valley.
Okay, well, hopefully we can find it. Shall we head out into the sunlight?
Yeah, did anybody want to get on tofu with me?
I mean, I don't think that the 5 of us will fit on tofu.
Yes,
You'd be
that
surprised.
seems unlikely.
How many people can a warhorse hold?
Well,
I
two
would
of
think-
us are like 400 pounds.
Yeah.
You know, I saw Warhorse in theater, and there was about 120 people there.
How were any of their attention held though?
You know, I can't think about a better movie about grown men who wanted to fuck a horse.
It's really just that one or that movie about those people in Oregon or Washington, right?
Yeah.
I could. Kevin.
Equus?
Is that what it was called? Or was that
Yeah.
There's also the play with the Harry Potter in it, right?
Yeah. Was there a movie?
I don't know if there was ever a movie of it, but it's definitely Equus is the...
You guys don't get out much.
I'm sorry that I've heard of a movie.
You don't go to the theater that often, do you?
What the hell are you talking about?
Theater. Theater.
It's a genre, guys.
It's a genre.
Take it from a former actor.
Okay, you leave the hallway and you're out in the snow again. And you're in this kind of collapsed ruins of the city out in the daylight. And suddenly you hear what sounds like a big bang high above you.
Uh-oh. We look up.
You see on top of the mountains to the south, there's like some sort of avalanche happening where like some of the snow is displacing. And you see it's like you can almost make out a little figure up there.
Ryan, do you still have that spyglass we paid you with?
What do you want to know of it?
Can you look at that figure and see if it's anyone we know?
I got a 16 perception to see what kind of flames it is.
There's no flames.
Sparks.
There's no sparks.
Snow.
You heard a bang.
What kind of snow is it?
You heard like a crash. You see, it's snow. Ryan says, all right. And Ryan, with his low wisdom, is going to roll perception with advantage. And I'm not going to drop the dice on the floor again.
You better not.
Yes, it looks like some sort of lizard man. Do you know a lizard man?
We all look over at Sniffles.
I am a UNT. I am
Ubat is looking
not
at
a
Lee.
lizard. Ubat's looking at who?
Lee.
I'm not a lizard either. Can I?
My eyes are going in both directions at either of them.
So nobody have we? I don't think we've met any lizard folk on this journey, have we?
No. How far away is this figure?
A couple miles away. He's like you could he looks like a dot to you.
I mean, I've been away for half of this journey, so I'm not sure who we've met.
Right. How sure are you that it was a lizard person and not like an elven lady who forced you to eat a piece of paper?
Like 60-40?
Ryan, can I borrow that spyglass for a
No,
moment? I just want to look through it. Come on.
It is my payment.
I'm not taking it. I'm just using it.
No.
Come on, we gave you that very nice sword.
Yes, and it'll go towards your fee.
Should I take it?
Just let me look for a second.
I'm getting very fed up.
No!
Why not? I'm not going to hurt it. You can hold it. I just want to look through it.
I'm gonna take it from Ryan.
You can make some sort of roll and justify it. Yeah, I don't know if this is a persuasion or a... you could go persuasion or intimidation or, like, sleight of hand.
I'm going persuasion.
15 athletics to grab it out of his hand.
10 persuasion.
I'll go with
Come on.
athletics. He holds it to his chest and rolls out of the way. I'll report you to the guild for this.
Good, do it.
Listen, Ryan, I'm letting you sleep in the dome every night. I don't have to do that. You don't have to let me use the spyglass, but I just want to look through it for a second.
Roll
Ryan.
perception with advantage. Or let Ubat have a stab at it.
Good.
Ryan, look back through our tracks.
Yes?
In the snow.
He's
You
looking.
see that there are 5 sets of footprints. Except for when there were 4 footprints. That's when I was carrying you. We carried you, Ryan. Just let him use the monocle.
Roll persuasion with advantage.
That's a 23.
And he pissily hands it towards you.
So gracious, Ryan. Can I look through the spyglass and see this figure?
You have 1 minute. Roll perception with advantage.
First one is a 1. Second one, what do I have? 0. 17.
You see what looks like a red dragonborn, but with half of his face is like kind of glinting like metal.
Uh-oh. Didn't we run into some dragonborn back in Suzail? Surely they wouldn't have followed us here. Do I recognize it as one of those dragonborn that was in the bar with us or anything? It's far
Roll
away.
memory. Roll memory. I think
There was a blue dragonborn, and I think the other one was red. I don't
you
recall him having a metal face.
you
but-
kind of remember a red dragonborn jumping onto your carriage as you ran away, and then had half of his head blown off by an eldritch blast. You kind of remember that.
Okay, well, I have a new spell I can try. I will cast Sending to that dragonborn while looking at this one through the spyglass and say, "Hello there, what are you doing, and who are you? Why have you cast this avalanche?"
And he gets a reply, right?
Yeah, 25 words.
You only get 2 words in reply. And he says, "Wiggles! Challenge!" And that's where we're ending tonight.
Wiggles.
What happened? What did I miss?
Wiggles, take a look through this spyglass before our minute runs out.
Dude, I have pug eyes. They go like this direction. They go like hard left and hard right. I'm definitely not gonna be able to see anything.
Should we tell Ryan that he can fit in the glove too, or is it better to have an element of surprise?
Have a whole army in your glove.
I thought it was only one person. Does it just count towards the 5 objects?
It just counts towards the 5, unless I decide that's horrible.
He's a swashbuckler though, so he probably has like a decent charisma save.
And that's the whole session tonight.
was fantastic.
Unless you guys want to say a few more things.
Well, there's
More
want and want.
things.
Simon, don't pull your eyes out on stream, please.
It's fun.
I think that's against TOS.
Yeah.
No debasers on Twitch, okay?
Well, thanks everyone for tuning in. Thanks Hayden for DMing.
Thanks Sirenscape for musicking. Thanks Cameo for creating the promo for my comedy show I'm gonna make at some point.
With whom?
I really want Nigel Farage, but that's $1,500.
Start a GoFundMe.
Could
Recommended
you get
for
Tony
me.
Blair for half?
I might pay $200 for Vermin Supreme. That would be good.
Yeah.
That's a solid choice.
Frankie Muniz is really good, but really expensive.
Can you pay in Bitcoin?
I don't know. I don't
You
care.
have 1,500 in Bitcoin?
I bet one of us does, just like laying around that we forgot about, that maybe drunkenly bought some Bitcoin in the early 2010s, Casey.
I wish.
No. Thank you, Gamescape.
You know, I did that, but then I spent it all on assassinations on Silk Road.
Not pizza.
Did they sell pizza on Silk Road?
I think in the early days you could buy Bitcoin with pizza, and so a lot of people did it. At the time, it was like, 20 Bitcoin or something, which would now be worth like $1 million
Yeah.
That's funny.
or $10 million. I don't know. Who knows?
Yeah. Well, until the next monetary revolution rolls around.
True.
Revolution, sure.
So do we want to
Hey
rate
guys,
anybody?
tune in next week while we talk about cryptos. I've got a lot of opinion about Ethereum. Like, it's a great idea, but when is it actually going to come into fruition? Don't get me started. Thank you to Gamescape, and check out. Do we still have that sponsor deal?
I haven't checked it recently, but yeah, go to ComeDy&D.com/Skillshare and see if anything happens.
Oh.
All right. Guess we will not raid tonight. Good night, everybody.
Yeah, they don't deserve it. Whoever they are.
Bye.
See you
Bye.
next week.
Good night.
Good night.